¿Qué pasa si tú vas a la cárcel y no estás aquí con permiso en este país?
They can deport me.
Right. That's what I want you to understand. Do you have any clue how long you will sit in jail?
¿Tiene alguna pista de cuánto tiempo estarías en?
No sé.
No, I don't know.
6 to 9 months.
Seis a
If
nueve
you're
meses,
lucky,
si tienes suerte.
you will sit in jail waiting for them. First, you finish this case, then you get shipped off at immigration, and nothing fast happens over there. The backup is unreal. How do you spell your last name?
C-E-R.
Okay, so there's only one E.
Solamente una E.
L. ¿Ah?
Solamente una E, C-E-R. Yes.
We need to do it. Okay, they have it misspelled, that's why.
Lo han deletreado mal.
Mr. Cervantes, you're charged with driving while intoxicated.
Intoxicado.
It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. Officers were dispatched to a two-vehicle accident in Harris County, Texas. The defendant ran a red light and struck the back quarter panel of another vehicle. Both drivers pulled into a nearby gas station, and when officers arrived, they noticed the defendant had a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, glassy eyes, and was staggering while walking. The defendant admitted to drinking 5, 6, or 7 beers, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN was 6 out of 6, and the officer stated that the defendant only spoke Spanish, and the remaining standard field sobriety tests were not conducted. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.190 and 0.190.
RDWI.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Cervantes, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
No.
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sí.
Sin permiso.
Sí.
No.
You are without permission in this country.
En el país.
Sí.
What happens if you go to jail?
Since 30 years ago. ¿Qué pasa si usted va a la cárcel?
¿Ah?
¿Qué pasa si usted va a la cárcel?
No sé.
I don't know.
Think.
Piense.
Bueno, no sé. Para ser reportado.
Are you in this
I
country
don't know. I might be deported.
without permission?
¿Está en el país sí, con o sin permiso?
Sí.
Without.
I'm trying to get you to put one and one together, Mr. Cervantes. Are you in this country with or without permission?
¿Está en el país con o sin permiso?
Sin permiso.
Without
No tengo
permission. I don't
permiso.
have permission.
So what happens if you go to
¿Qué
jail?
pasa si usted va a la cárcel?
¿Cómo?
Excuse me?
¿Qué pasa si tú vas a la cárcel y no estás aquí con permiso en este país?
They can deport me.
No sé.
Right. That's what I want you to understand.
I understand that. Eso es lo que usted necesita entender.
Sí, por eso.
Yes, that's right.
Yo estoy consciente de eso. Pues.
I am aware of that.
Do you have any clue how long you will sit in jail?
¿Tiene alguna pista de cuánto tiempo estaría sentado con inmigración antes de que lo deporten?
No sé.
No, I don't know.
6 to 9 months.
Seis a
If
nueve
you're
meses,
lucky,
si tiene suerte.
you will sit in jail
Sentado.
waiting for them. First, you finish this case, then you get shipped off at immigration, and nothing fast happens over there. The
Rápido
backup
sucede
is unreal.
y están bien atrasados.
So what I want you to understand is that I'm putting conditions on your bond now. And if you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, which happens every single day,
Yeah.
immigration will get their claws on you, and then you'll be stuck like Chuck in custody for the next year.
Saben custodias por
So when you're out there in my public,
en mi público libre,
make wise decisions. The first one is do not drive.
que no
I'm making that a condition of your bond. You are not allowed to drive, and I don't care what you have to do, where you have to go, who you have to haul.
en
If I find that you drive, you will go to jail.
a la cárcel.
The next, you will be signing a promise with me today as well. This is an affidavit that you're going to sign with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. The next thing is you're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you.
Pruebas al azar.
If I find that you're consuming alcohol or drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. Do you understand?
Sí.
Yes.
You have been here for
He
30
estado
years.
aquí por 30 años.
It would really be a shame now to put you in jail and have you deported after all that time. But I'm going to tell you now that I will do everything in my power to protect the public. And I don't care if you're kicking and screaming when we haul you to jail. When I mean no driving and when I mean no alcohol, I absolutely mean it. And I don't care what the source of your
O sea,
positive blows are, but if I find that you're consuming,
y averigüe de cómo se
you
queda,
will stay with me.
quedará conmigo. That's fine.
I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria, where you're going to have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and then you'll be free to go. I want you to understand that this is the only warning that you will get from me. There will be no more. So I hope that you heed it. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
On October 23rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a major one-car vehicle accident in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with a witness who observed the motor vehicle had left the scene but was still blocking a moving lane of traffic and had struck a school zone signpost. The officer also observed the defendant's motor vehicle had crashed in the direction moving against the flow of traffic, and the witness identified the defendant as the driver. EMS saw the defendant in the driver's seat of the crashed vehicle with her feet sticking out and the engine still running. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteady balance on the defendant's person, along with a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and general disorientation and slow responses. When asked about the accident, the defendant stated she may have fallen asleep but did not remember the crash occurring. The defendant admitted to drinking and consuming Adderall, and she said that she was the sole occupant and operator of the motor vehicle. The officers recovered 2 open alcoholic beverage containers from the passenger side floorboard.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Your Honor. And 4 unopened containers. Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 8 out of 8, and 1 leg stand 3 out of 4. A blood warrant was drafted and executed.
And Judge, on the first DWI, the lab results came back as 0.286.
0.026.
0.206, because there's a big difference. Is it 0.26?
Yes, 0.286, yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is a very high blood test. Can you run an NCIC? I'd like to know what other kind of criminal history she has, number one. Number two, did we have her sign a no driving affidavit on the first one? Because if she did, I'm going to have a contempt hearing.
I don't see a no driving affidavit on file, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, her driver's license wasn't eligible though on the second DWI.
Probably because of the first and the ALR. Mr. Treadwell, I want you to be perfectly clear about something. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the citizens of Harris County. Every single day, someone dies because of a DWI in Harris County. And I will do everything in my power to protect my city. And if that means putting you in custody because you repeatedly flaunt our bond conditions, so be it. Now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm taking you in. And now, if you do get out, you will have a strict curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I'm forbidding you from going within a car at all. You will now be signing an affidavit. And if I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you he needs to ride to church, you get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. Every time you get into a car, it's up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. On one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you're going to get a scram device. So I know that you're not consuming alcohol. As it stands now, I'm revoking your bonds and I'm putting them both at $25,000. Do you understand? She goes with you.